This is how we're gonna start it right here. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, Kyle.
What's up?
What's the worst thing about living with your partner?
When I first moved in, or just in general?
Just in general, what's the worst thing about living with someone that you are in a relationship with? Not necessarily a roommate, but someone that you are in a relationship with.
Probably just realizing like different habits.
Like
Just if say one person has a habit of leaving leftover food in the nightstand drawer.
in the nightstand drawer? So you're gonna expose it like that already?
Oh, I'm not saying it. I'm just using it as an example. I know it's a very specific example, but
so do you think like it's like things that you find unattractive?
it's not unattractive. It's
Like
just,
finding new things that you're unattracted to, or just exposing new
it's just things that might be annoying.
annoying?
You know,
What's another one for yourself? Like for me, one of my things I hate the most about living with my partner is that like I don't have time to be sad. Like I can't just sit in my room and sulk.
yeah.
I can't be depressed and like enjoy being depressed. I know it sounds crazy, but like one of my favorite things, like when I'm sad, is just sit and think and have my alone time to just process life and just be sad. Like you lose the ability to be sad.
Because you're not really always alone.
Yeah.
You know, you're alone a lot less.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, it's kind of underrated. Whenever you're just like, I'm just chilling in bed, like having a whole bed to yourself, you forget what that's like. Like, so the other day I took a nap, had the whole bed, I'm just sprawled out. Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah. What size bed do y'all have?
I actually got a new mattress. It's still a queen, but
What kind of mattress you have?
it's it's called a Dream Cloud. It's like it came in a box. Like I ordered it online.
Dream Cloud, hit us up for a product placement. But it's like a memory foam or something?
It's like a memory foam and it's got springs and stuff underneath it, but it's really comfortable.
That sounds nice and
Super
comfy.
nice.
I mean, like, I feel like we should talk about maybe some good things about living with our partners.
Because there's always good things, of course.
That's not fun. What else you hate about it?
Right, we got to stray away from that. We got to talk about the good shit.
All right, good things. All right, so what's a good thing about living with your partner then?
I don't want to talk this down, but it's convenient.
because you can have sex whenever you want. Is that what you're trying to say?
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's nice to have someone that's like on your team.
Yeah.
That's like there, support, all those things. I think one thing that I don't like about that, or that like I take advantage of, is like as soon as like something's on my mind, I run to go tell her.
Dude, yeah, all the time.
And like sometimes she don't want to hear it.
She's always there to
like,
vent. Like when I get home from work, like we'll just do that.
But if it's something I've been talking about, like let's say I talk about the podcast stuff because I talk about it all the time, and my brain's so ADD that I just like idea, it pops up, and I want to vent it out, and I just want to say it, and like she hears this shit all 24/7.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if it was like something about like that I was really upset about, something in the real world that was important, you know, to general people, it would be a different story. Like she'd be so interested in it. But I'm like, I'm thinking about doing this on the podcast today. I'm thinking about doing this. I'm going to push this button at this exact time. She's like, bro, like,
Gotta run it by her first.
Yeah, just because like I got to get it out.
Yeah.
And then like she'll just be like, nah.
She's just a wall to bounce her ideas off of, basically.
Yeah. But that's not what she just is. It sounds
well,
fucking
you know
terrible.
what I mean.
A partner is only there to bounce ideas off of. So another good thing, you got anything? Damn, you can't think of nothing that you like about living with your partner?
I mean, it's just nice having, like you said, it's having somebody on your team that like you can just do things with. Like, dude, watching a movie with somebody versus
Oh yeah, that's
like
a
just
good
by
one.
yourself.
That's a good
you
one.
can like me and Maddie talk about go into depth when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
Like we'll get super into it, have like we'll notice all these things, and we both appreciate different things, and being able to talk about something like that.
Oh, that's dope. See, because I really connect with someone when they appreciate the same things as I do.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, dude, I've been watching, I know it's late. All right, I know I'm really late to this show because I know it's been out probably for a long time, but I've been watching Queer Eye.
Really?
Dude, I fucking love it. It's basically like Gay Made.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it is.
You ever seen that show MTV Made?
I've seen
I
Made
Want to Be
before.
Made. It's like Gay Made, and it's this group. I don't know. You've seen it?
I haven't seen Queer Eye. No.
Okay, so it started off. We were in Target, like just walking around doing random stuff, and I came across the Lego section, and there was like the Friends set, and then they had the Queer Eye, and dude, it's like these 4 dudes, and one person is non-binary. But they like go help these people fix the things there in their life, and it's so cool because they they approach it from like a queer mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because it's this tradition, like mostly these dudes, and they're like, no, you can't do this because women don't like this, or people don't like this, or this is why people make you look at, or people look at you a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because they did this one, and I was so into it. And like Nikki had watched it a bunch. It's also like very emotional.
I heard that.
Yeah, like dude, I was crying the other day watching it. But so like the first episode I watched was this pastor or preacher, I don't know what the correct term it is, but he's in Philadelphia and he's gay.
Oh, okay. So Maddie and her sister were watching it the other day, and that was that episode, and she was telling me about it. Yeah,
dude, and it's like this dude that's like was gay, and now he's a pastor, and he was worried about being gay and being a pastor, but he's got this church that's not too appealing, and then. No, he's worried because he can't spread the message, which is an awesome message that you can find like solidarity in religion, even if you are gay. It's not like you're excluded from it. Yeah, I think that's like the general idea of a lot of people. But basically, they make him a more people person, make him more into a leader and stuff like that. Because the problem is this church only has like 20 members, or at least that's what it looks like. And he's trying to get more people. So they come in and they fix his church up. They turn it into like a gay church, basically. And not every episode is like that, but because he's gay, like, and he wants to push that message out. Well,
they kind of just like go off of what who the person is.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
Kind of enhance that.
And so I watched the first episode and I was like, is it all gay people? And she was like, no. So they take his church and like they paint the walls like pretty. They make him his own flag, and it was like the 125th anniversary of the church. But they like get to celebrate, and so he throws a big celebration, and a bunch of people come in.
That's cool.
They put some cool lighting up and stuff like that. And then the next one I watched was so entertaining because it's like this dude from Texas that owns this cattle ranch, and his ex-girlfriend called the dudes, the Queer Eye team, to come in and like fix him. Mm-hmm. And his problems is that he's such like a conservative, manly man. He lives on the farm above his feed stacks and stuff like that. And so it's just funny to see like there's 5 gay people on this ranch, and then everybody's looking at them on the ranch because they're in Texas now instead of Philadelphia. And then like it's not something you see in the South, Yeah,
it's a whole different thing.
And then like the dudes are like, oh, I love this. Like I love these cowboys. Like I love these cows. And one of the dude hates it. He's such like a city dude. And then the guy they're fixing straight up's like, this is a crazy sight. He's like, my cows aren't used to all these kind of people around. And especially like all y'all gay people out here and stuff like that. And he was cool. He was accepting of it, but like he was straight up and honest with it. And people were just staring at them weirdly and stuff like that. But so like his problem is that he doesn't shower. He doesn't take care of himself.
Oh, like just basic.
He doesn't know how to communicate. He only runs he runs like a Wagyu farm. So he's like making the best like beef possible. So he makes a bunch of money, but like doesn't know how to communicate shit properly.
Interesting. It sounds like they just have like a bunch of different perspectives on like trying to get everything across the board. Yeah.
So cool. I talked about that in another episode. Whenever I was we were in the Mardi Gras doing the Mardi Gras review, and it's just like. I don't know. I'm very comfortable around more comfortable like the more gay people or just like queer people I have around me because it's just like such a perspective that I'm familiar with, I appreciate, and like it's an understanding perspective.
Yeah, and just the community as a whole tends to be more open-minded and just respectful of other people's thoughts and opinions.
And it's like, of course, not everyone's cool. Like you'll have some argumentative, super like, like you meet those like I always hate like leaning back on this answer or example, but those vegans that are like super hardcore straight edge vegans, they're like everybody else who's not vegan sucks, like y'all better eat greens or killing all these animals. They have those kind of people in that too, but for the most part like it's just loving and accepting people. It's just people loving people.
You can have like extremes of any perspective,
but traditionally or generally, at least our community down here is very accepting and opening, and it's just I don't know. It's my kind of people. Yeah. So it's cool to watch. One of the dudes, I hate on it though. He's actually not a dude. That's a dude that's non-binary. Yeah. I keep saying he. They're the stylist, and they wear like very non-gender specific clothes. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, it's like they're wearing like dresses and stuff like that, which looks cool. I don't think they do a good job of wearing the dresses. Like I've seen it look good on other people, but
that's more of a thing now. Like just the androgynous kind of styling.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool to me. That whole aesthetic is a cool look to me. But their personality is just so over the top, yelling and annoying about everything. And it's just
like they'll get really argumentative about some things.
No, it's just like so, and I don't even want to say flamboyant, but they're so out there, like yelling at the top of their lungs, being so extra about everything. It's like that annoying person in class. It's like me when I was a kid in middle school, God. Like just yelling at stuff. But I guess that's a good segue into, you know what? Let's introduce the episode first. Yeah. Let's introduce the episode first.
That was a good cold open.
That was a good cold open. You like that? Yeah, we'll keep it organic. Welcome back to the podcast, y'all. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for tuning back in. And Lane, episode, what are we on now? 13?
Oh, I think this is 12.
I'm going to go with 13. We'll just say 13. If it's not 13, we'll figure it out. It's
definitely 12. It's definitely 12.
Welcome back to the podcast, whatever episode it is. First of all, Golden House Entertainment is back from her vacation. I'm back from being sick, and Kyle is just back looking beautiful, not showing his genitals in his shorts today.
No, not this time.
Not this time. No.
We saved y'all from that last time.
Yeah. But as an opening, I guess that's a good way to get into this. Thanks for tuning in. All that stuff. What else am I supposed to say? Are we supposed to like shout out anybody? Like
other than
shout out to the YouTubers.
Yeah.
Shout out to
our regular subscribers.
The regular subscribers. Shout out to the hackers.
Why the hackers?
Just people hacking in general. I don't want to be hacked, so like shout out to them.
So they don't hack our channel.
Yeah. Shout out to sex workers.
Yeah.
Shout out to
other content creators.
Shout out to content creators. Yeah. All right, well, that's enough shout. Shout out to everybody, all right? That's enough shouting out. We'll start off on this topic today. This is an article already, a heavyweight article by So Informed, which is an Instagram account that they're just kind of pushing more, I guess. What's the news I'm looking for?
Controversial.
Not even controversial. Definitely more leftist news, like more progressive news, I guess. And so this is an interesting one to tackle if I can line it up properly. Look, I'll blow it up and we'll just take it down later. Yeah. Okay, so this is news that's going on all in like a bunch of different states, and they have a bunch of information about what's going on in those states, like progressive news that they're against. So this is the one for Louisiana. So this is about an article. A bill. The bill is called the Save Adolescents from Experimentation Act.
Or SAFE.
Or SAFE, there you go. In Louisiana, prohibits any physical or physician or other medical healthcare professional from performing any gender transitioning procedures on any person under 18 years of age, or referring to any person under 18 years of age to any medical doctor for gender transition procedures.
I feel like that acronym is very misleading.
Well, we'll get back into that in a second. Look at this. As reported by them, the bill also... Them? Yeah, I don't know why is them... Why is it capitalized? I feel like they're trying to be triggering. As reported by them, the bill also requires teachers to inform parents if a student expresses a trans identity to them, and prohibits school staff from encouraging or coercing a minor to keep such information a secret, even if the parent or guardian is obviously unaccepting or intolerant.
That's kind of sounds like the Florida thing.
Like the don't say gay bill?
Yeah, because it was kind of had like a similar clause, like you have to tell them parents or something. You can't like have them keep it secret.
Well, what's kind of your general ideas on this?
On this?
I have a feeling that I might have a different take on it than you, so I want to hear yours first.
So, look, I'm all for people being who they are, and having that reflect, their gender, whatever they choose to be. Okay, so what was the law before?
This is basically stopping
setting an age limit?
No, this is setting an age limit, and also basically forcing like kids or schools to tell their parents that they have these identities and
that
stuff
I'm
in
not
school.
really for. I don't really get the whole like you're just outing people, especially to people like in a conservative area like where we live, who you have a lot of people who would be against that, or like whether or not it like there should be a certain age. Yeah. I mean,
that you could like, let's say like if you're 16 or whatever, like, okay, here's my takeaway on it. Well, I want you to wrap up.
So, yours. Okay. I don't like the whole outing thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the 18 thing because I think just in general, human biology in the way that like you develop into an adult. Yeah. Generally you're going to know who you are a little bit more at 18 than say like 16.
Yeah. So that's actually surprising. I didn't think you were going to have that take with it, because a lot of people are against this totally because they want to protect like anyone in the community. But I think there's a lot of verbiage in here that really awakens like my mind to like what this stuff is. Like even the acronym is SAFE, but save adolescents from experimentation.
Yeah, like why do they have to use experiment? It's not like they're doing something to experiment.
Here's my whole argument with this. Basically, this is for people under 18. I got to think back to like when I was like under 18 growing up and stuff like that. I was very influenceable by a lot of things I saw on TV. Like I was emo because I saw like kids on Tumblr being emo. You know what I'm saying? I grew my hair long. I was a scene kid, all this stuff because I saw other people doing it. So I kind of do like that verbiage. And I got to think that like whenever you're young, let's say you're even up to 18, from 12 to your early developmental
18,
years.
honestly,
Yeah. But your early developmental years, there's a lot of experimentation that happens. This whole, like the gay thing is a trend now. The transsexual thing is a trend now. And I don't want to say thing as like I'm shitting on it. Obviously, I support it all. Like people know my stance. But when you're young, you go through these experimental phases.
Yeah.
You're doing what's trendy. You're doing all these things. I like this because it doesn't, there's things I like about it and things I don't like about it. I don't like the fact that you have to be 18 years old. Like, I like the outing part.
Yeah.
I like the outing part because if you are feeling this certain way, your parents are the people who provide for your house. They are the people that brought you into the world. You need to communicate these things to your parents, these thoughts, these feelings, these ideas, even if they don't like it. Well, even if they're mad at you, I think it's so important to be like, Mom, like this is what I think. And if they disown you, then fuck your parents.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, similar situation happened with you. You decided that you didn't want to be a part of the church or the cult anymore. And then they were like, no, leave us. But look at where you are now. You got that off your chest. You live in your real life now.
The only difference with that is that like I was already an adult living on my own.
You did it on your own terms.
Yeah. Like they have a lot of people who decide like when they're 18 or they're gay or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll get kicked out of their house. Like as soon as they turn 18, they'll kick them out of the house. People will be like homeless and stuff.
Damn.
Like I've read stories about people getting kicked out of the church and that kind of thing happening. So like I get why that would be a bad thing, the whole outing thing, but like I don't know, waiting a little bit and giving yourself some time to figure out for sure, like this is absolutely something I am.
As far as that, yeah. I mean, I kind of like the 18-year-old thing because like you're saying, it's an experimental period.
Like, imagine like that's why you aren't allowed really to tattoo people under 18 because that, while it's permanent, like this is also something that's kind of permanent.
This is a lot more serious and
it's a lot more invasive and it takes over a bigger part of your life. But you know,
the fact that kids are so impressionable, like this generation of kids is so smart and stuff like that, and I get that, like they're fairly well informed, but at the end of the day your mind is still very impressionable. A lot of people are, a lot of like younger adults even. Like I said, I guess a general takeaway is like the 18 years is cool. I get your viewpoint on it. Maybe if you do know for sure, like let's say you're 16 and you know for sure, give it a few years, think about it, because it's not an easy transition. And it's an almost impossible transition back. Now, as science goes forward, you can transition back. You can.
It's just a lot harder.
Stuff, but it's like on your toll, on your body, on the people in your life, on everything, on work. Like a lot of things come along with that transition that a lot of people have to realize. And it's not necessarily things that should exist, but there's things that exist just because that's how things are. Like certain stigmas, certain work, what's the word? Like restrictions and stuff like that. Certain people won't hire you if you're like transsexual and all that stuff. And you have to be able to be old enough and understanding to deal with those challenges. Yeah. You have to weigh out the challenges of everything.
But then like that aspect kind of falls under like the whole idea of my body, my choice.
Yeah.
You know, like if
I'm
you
all
want to
for
do that,
a choice, just
you
to
can
clarify.
have that choice. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm totally, just to clarify, I mean, kind of people know who I am, but this is maybe a lot of people that don't know me as a personal basis. I'm all for do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't like directly affect me in a negative way. Like I'm,
or just anybody, just people in general.
Yeah, or anyone in general. But like, I guess that's kind of where it is. Telling the parents that your kids are having these thoughts, I think that's a good idea. Obviously there's some crazy situations where like the parent can beat the kid or something like that. Yeah, you could
have a lot of abusive situations.
You kind of got to take it case by case. And I think that's how you got to approach a lot of things in life. You got to kind of get to know the parents. Yeah. But this also gives a reason for the schools to get to know the parents a little bit more. I don't know. This is traditionally a fairly conservative act that they're going to put out or try.
So they tried to do it actually, but then it got vetoed.
Oh, it did get vetoed?
That's what it's saying.
Oh, okay.
Now, and then it touches on like the whole, it actually bans trans girls from participating in sports too.
That's kind of that's that never ending topic where it's one of those things. There's no right answer to it. It's like, should they be allowed to do what they want? Yeah. But then like, how do you, that's the problem. I don't even want to get, that's a whole nother can of worms.
We talked about it before on here.
But there's not a right answer for it or anything like that. All right, let's wrap this up. As far as takeaways from it, 18 years or older, you like that?
Yeah, I think
that's a smart move, telling the parents you don't like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, in case by case. Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, it's an experimental period of your life. I think that's why they use
that phrasing.
This phrasing. I guess, yeah. So we jump from that to that. What's been up with your week, man? I guess we should talk about that. We kind of had a crazy intro today, non-organic. I mean, a non-planned.
We're just bullshitting for like an hour before we even started recording, honestly.
Yeah, no. No, we had very serious pre-production time periods, right?
If you want to call it that.
Yeah. What's been up with your week, man?
Bro, my fucking house flooded.
What? Oh yeah, you told me that.
I don't want to be that dramatic,
you told me that.
My fucking washing machine broke. I was just in the other room playing Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm. We could jump into that. We'll get on that. That'd be a call
in the nerd news. And I just heard Maddie like yell from the kitchen.
Yeah.
For like my name and stuff. I'm like, what? Like I'm freaking out. I run to the kitchen and I'm like, I step in the floor and there's just water everywhere, like half an inch, just in the kitchen, living room. Not the living room, like we have like a little dining area right between the kitchen and living room. Apparently the washer just did not stop.
It just overflowed?
Just like kept filling up and then it just poured out on the floor. So we just had to take like it's like we have like this rubber broom squeegee kind of thing and just pushed all the water out the back door. It was fine now. Like it's been a day or two. Seems fine.
It's times like that open up my eyes because I always think renter insurance is so stupid and a waste of money. But then shit like that happens.
When that was happening, I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know if this gets bad. I don't know who's going to have to pay for this.
Yeah, whose fault is it? Okay. Then when you bought the house or when you rented the house, so there's dryer and washer there, is that something you brought?
No, we brought that in.
Oh, so, shit. Yeah.
If it was theirs, that'd probably be, like you said, they'll probably have to be responsible for it. But that's ours, so I don't know.
Was it a lot? Like, was it everywhere?
It was like all over the floor. It didn't like
How
go
much water?
Probably like this much.
Bro, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water.
Not every, like, because the floor is like a little uneven. So like some parts were higher than others, but like.
All right, I hope your landlord doesn't hear this podcast. This is all allegedly. This is just for storytelling. This is just art.
I did not tell them, by the way.
Oh, God, that's fucking scary. So, like, is it going to do it again?
I actually did it. Like I ran the washer again, put some clothes in. I watched that. I just sat there and watched to make sure it was fine. And it worked fine. So I don't know what the hell happened that time.
That's scary. That's a stressful feeling because it's one of those things you trust so much. Our washer and our dryer. You set it and you forget it. Like
I'll leave. I could have left.
You could have left the house. It's not like a candle or something you watch. It's just something we trust so much.
Yeah. We just rely on machinery that is going to work and do its job.
That's why robots are going to take over the world.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to set a robot to do our daily task at our job. And instead of doing that, they're going to go on a killing spree or something. Or they're going to get us fired. I don't know. This last week, I've been sick. I didn't do shit that was good. I missed a whole week of work. I don't know what the hell it was. Some magic potion shit. Potion. I don't know why the fuck I said that. My mind's on Minecraft. I've been playing too much Minecraft. Some magic COVID shit or something. I don't know.
This is allergies?
Allergies, I guess. That's another thing. I was sitting down in my house. I was sitting just laying in my bed. I was like, man, what happened to COVID? No one talks about it anymore.
Russia happened.
Yeah.
Russia happened.
It's like that thing was the biggest top selling news story for the last 2 years.
Yep.
And finally something has come out that's bigger than that.
I wouldn't say finally. Like, I think the same thing happened like last year during the summer with the whole like George Floyd thing.
Yeah,
they were making jokes about that, like, oh, he ended a pandemic because everything was just like switched to covering that news.
Yeah, I mean that's a very important thing to talk about, but also it's like that's the thing I hate about news. We talk about this shit. It's like what sells in the meantime is what they want to promote.
It's all clickbait,
and it's what happened.
Yeah.
Where do you think the COVID went?
It's still here. Apparently, dude, you know China shutting shit down again?
I just saw that actually, that they were having like a bunch of breakout cases.
Yeah, and then like they're apparently the trends are that like whenever China something happens, 2 to 3 weeks later, it's like another wave here. So far, that's been consistent throughout this whole thing.
Bro, for the last 2 years, I've been wearing my mask at work every single day. Like we've been forced to, until about a month ago, the first time we could take it off. I'm about to put that bitch back on. If that's the case, I'm not getting sick again. I don't know. You like, are you worried about that?
I mean, not really. Like I got the vaccine. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I've had it before. I might have had it twice, honestly.
It still sucks. It's not something I'm like scared of anymore, but like I hate getting sick and missing out on work.
Yeah.
I just missed the whole week of work. So like now I'm on like, my mind started to wonder. Like, and it's not that like I'm not worried about not paying bills, but it's like shit. Like I can't buy something this week.
Yeah.
You know? Now we're talking about getting a third camera. Actually, shout out to all these 3 camera angles right now. Hopefully we look some new shit in them. I'm trying to figure out where we're going. Thanks, Golden House Entertainment. We missed you. And that's actually a thing too. I missed both of y'all, man. I was sick. I didn't get to record. I hadn't seen y'all in a few weeks. Yeah, well, I hadn't seen Delaney in about 2 weeks, and then you I saw, but I talked to you every once in a while. But like, I actually miss y'all. Now
that's cute.
Oh yeah, I forgot she had a microphone. I heard that, and I was like, "Where the fuck is that?" So this is the voice of Golden House Entertainment. Yes, we do have a female in the production.
We have
team.
A female voice on the podcast.
A female. That's what wrong. I don't like.
No, a female voice. I'm not. I don't like to call women females.
Yeah, what you think about that, Delaney? Female.
As long as it's not old lady, I think I'm okay.
Old lady?
Well, like, I don't even like, I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't mean it in a derogatory way. It's
usually
like,
old lady is a little more like loving.
That's the thing. It's like, you can say male because it's a male voice, but then you can't say female. I guess it's like with anything, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just, what's the alternative? Is woman somehow less offensive? Because I remember like one of my ex-girlfriends, she never wanted me to call her woman. Ever. Like if I said that, she literally slapped me in the face one day.
Like just say woman? Like when you're like calling her?
No, like woman get this or something like that. Joking.
I mean, that could be taken as a little offensive, but just like saying women or a woman.
Yeah.
That's different.
So how is female offensive though? I get that like it depends on how you use it, but like
most of the time whenever I hear it in an offensive way, it's somebody who's has generally a bad take on it.
Yeah.
Just on women in general.
Okay.
All the alpha men podcasts, they can give terrible takes.
That's what this is. We are
the Alpha Male Podcast.
Alpha Male Podcast.
This is the non-toxic Alpha Male Podcast.
This is the Open Door, Open Mind podcast, right?
Yeah.
This is, you know what this is? This is Ann Lane. Still hate that fucking name, but yeah, just try and take an open take on everything. As far as opening takes, this has been the big thing that's been going all around. This is the podcast news, or perfect podcast argument right here. Speaking of opening, this is the argument. It's been going around Twitter and TikTok. You said,
yeah.
Do you think there's more doors or wheels in the world?
I'm on the wheels, 100%.
You're on the wheels side. What's your argument to the wheels?
Just that, like,
because I'll see if
even okay. So I don't care how many doors. Mm-hmm. There was actually a thing I sent on Discord. The rules for this, for you to actually come up with the take. Mm-hmm. So like, apparently gears don't count. Mm. Only doors on like actual openings that a human could fit through.
All right, that's bullshit.
Windows don't count.
That's
Windows
bullshit.
don't count.
What about a cabinet? Like a cabinet door.
Don't count. Cabinet don't count.
What, okay, set the parameters so I can shit on the parameters.
No, pull it up because I gotta. There's like 10 rules. I sent it.
Oh yeah, I sent it. But keep talking about it. I guess. You sent it in the Discord.
Yeah, just in the little chat there. Yeah, windows don't count, but like French doors would count.
What's a French door?
It's like the double door openings.
Okay.
There. People were saying that advent calendars count, but they do not.
What?
Like the advent calendars.
What the hell is an advent calendar?
That's like the little things you get for like Christmas or whatever, and they have like different things you open every day.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? It's stupid.
Or like the door to your soul. That doesn't count either.
Okay. That's some bullshit ones. Okay, so I got it pulled up right here. Wheels versus doors. This is the definitive rules. 1 is a wheel must be functional. 2 is a wheel can never be a door.
I don't know what that means.
3. Well, you know when Jesus rolled the big rock out the way, the wheel that they did in the cartoons on.
So is that a wheel or a door?
Easter. It's a door. There's no hole. There's not an axle in it.
Okay.
So it's a door. Hinges are not wheels.
I get that.
Gears are not wheels. Ferris wheels are wheels and contain wheels.
So like they have the wheels that are turning it. Too.
Yeah. Okay. Hamster wheels count. Hamster balls don't. Okay. Revolving doors are doors, not wheels.
Makes sense.
Tanks only have 2 long wheels. No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Tanks have multiple wheels and the tracks roll on.
Yeah.
All right. This rule said is stupid. You want to read the second with the doors one?
So humans must fit through.
Okay, that's for doors. Gotcha.
Cat flaps aren't doors, or like pet doors. They're not doors.
Why?
I don't know.
Here's the more interesting thing is to break down the rules, because that's bullshit. Like, imagine if I had a door that just didn't lock. It just swung open or closed. That's all a cat
door.
thing is.
That's a door. But I'm talking about
door.
a cat flap. It's just like a little thing that's like this big. That don't count.
It's a cat door.
That doesn't count.
It does. In my head, it counts.
Windows are not doors. French doors are doors. Double doors. And what does it say?
Lifts.
And lifts count as 2 doors.
People call lifts elevators or elevators lifts.
Yeah.
Double doors and lifts count as 2 doors
Beaded
each.
curtains are doors.
No.
But fictional.
No.
What about like a regular curtain on a window?
No, that's not a door. That's a curtain.
But it covers the entryway, like when you walk through.
You're not walking through a window. And it's not a real door. It's just an archway.
If you put beads on that doorway, you telling me that's not a door anymore?
How can you lock the beads?
It doesn't say it has to be locked.
Would you have
You can't
beads?
lock an elevator.
Yeah. Okay, that might be a bad argument, but beads are not a fucking door. They don't open. You just push them out the way.
But it's a doorway. It's a covering. You have to walk through it.
If I take this door off the doorway and it's just a door archway, it's not a door anymore and it doesn't count.
Okay. But you have something in front of it. Beaded curtains?
That's not a door. I'm going to go on record. That's not a door. Let us know in the comments if beaded curtains count as a door or not. I'm saying no.
Fictional doors are not doors. So a la Monsters, Inc. Infinite Doors does not count.
Well, there's only infinite doors because Monsters, Inc. pulls closet doors from the real world.
Okay, but it's basically infinite.
So then fictional wheels count because it doesn't specify. So what about the car that they drive in Monsters, Inc. with like the
Don't count.
16
I think these are only real life.
You know what I'm
doors
talking
on
about?
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, that little car they put at the end. Okay, but it doesn't specify. Okay.
And then
Advent
the Advent
calendars.
No.
Okay.
Doors cannot be metaphorical. So like hearts and minds can have doors.
Yeah, that's obvious. There's a few of them that like I don't like with this.
You ever seen the things that they use to like on I think UPS or like airports to like roll packages down?
Yeah.
Those are all them wheels, bro. Think about all them wheels. Yeah.
Okay, think about this. All the cabinet doors in the world. I'm with you I'm with you on the wheels, but like for the sake of the argument, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Of course.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with the agnostic, not agnostic.
No, it's devil's advocate.
No, what do you consider yourself?
Atheist.
Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with the atheist. How about that? Doors. Think about Home Depot, how many doors they have in stock, how many cabinets they have in stock, how many houses there are in the world. What about the third world countries that don't have cars with wheels on it? They still got doors,
bro. But like, what about?
They got hamsters in the third world country?
Not even just the hamsters. Forget the hamsters. Think about like in any machine.
Okay.
Think about all the wheels that are involved in that machine, like an engine.
Think about all the doors to open up to get to the wheels, the service doors.
All the look how many wheels are just in this room. Look how many doors.
Okay, let's count.
They got 5 on that chair.
5 and then 4 here and then
5.
Okay. I see that argument. Now let's think about the doors that's in the house though.
Okay,
and the doors that's in the neighbor's house. And then the doors that's on the
and
on
each
the
of
cars.
those places have just as many wheels.
I'm trying to come up with an argument, but like you're selling the argument good. Like I know, I'm just trying to play. Like I said, I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
It's pretty divided. It's pretty evenly divided. Yeah, apparently.
I think that there's a good possibility that it can go either way, depending on who you're arguing with. Whoever's louder and whoever can yell more, they can win it.
So what's the takeaway?
I think it's more wheels. Because you can, more things can be wheels.
What's Delaney's take?
I'm just trying to provide an argument. Yeah, what you think, Delaney?
It's definitely doors.
Why?
Okay. Like hold on. Because now she's serious with it. I was just trying to provide banter real quick.
I mean, just like the same with what you said in the house, like how many doors are in a house.
Yeah.
Like there's cabinets, there's closet doors, cabinets, pantry doors. There is doors to go outside.
Yeah.
But that's just in a house.
But exactly.
Like, okay.
But also
there's
in the
more,
shop.
There's more houses.
Think about an office building. There's so many doors, but think of all the office chairs.
Not all of them slide.
All the machines.
Not all of them roll.
Not all of
on
them
it.
are office buildings. There's more buildings than cars. I like where Delaney was going with this.
So there's more buildings than cars?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you have a
easily.
skyscraper that could have 50 floors. How
many doors are on 50 floors?
How many wheels are on each of those
Ooh.
floors, though?
I don't
And
know.
it's not even just the buildings. Just, like I was saying, like in a plane engine. You ever seen the diagrams of how those things work?
Yeah, but what is a wheel in a plane engine? It's saying gears don't work. Like a plane engine, like a jet engine.
Oh, yeah.
Like there can be roller bearings.
Before I read this, I thought about like how many wheels are just in like a watch. Like the gears in that.
You can't.
I know.
We're
but-
going by these rules.
Okay.
We're going by these
I'm still
rules.
sticking to my guns.
So it's I'm either way just for argument's sake. You're with the wheels, Delaney's with the doors. And
Right.
I'm with the whores. I'm just kidding. Not anymore. As far as what we were talking about, the Russia shit earlier, I guess we can segue into this. This has been the new thing. I mean, it's Russian news every week still.
Of course.
Russia. And it's not even like, it should be Ukraine, but it's like Ukraine's just chilling. And
They're taking the whole... All of the news is on Russia.
yeah, I don't know. This can segue into so many things, but Elon Musk has challenged Vladimir Putin into single combat, whatever that means. Like, I don't know if that's single hand combat.
Hand-to-hand
Fisticuffs. Yeah. For Ukraine. And like he seriously has done it.
What are the statistics on that? Like
I got my money on Putin.
How much reach do you think Elon has?
Putin, I don't know, but Putin is ex-KGB agent, like Russia, like special forces, like protected, like
And
basically.
they're basically that for life, pretty much.
Yeah,
huh?
it's like the Secret Service of Russia. And what is Elon? Just a billionaire playboy,
basically
a genius. But he might like pull out a fucking
like,
a Tony Stark blaster out
try
his
to
hand.
find
or
the
something.
actual statistics of this, like
Of
who,
what?
like size difference, like
Okay, you want me to find
because
reach?
Elon's kind of tall. Like he's at least 6 foot. Putin ain't. I think he's kind of short.
All right, he is 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Okay.
Elon, at 82 kilograms. His body type is average. Let's see. Let's see Putin's weight. He's 5'7".
That's a solid 5. Dude, like 7-inch difference.
7 inches, bro. You can't do math. That's 5 inches.
5, and then 2.
Yeah.
That's 7 inches.
So Elon Musk is
He's
Elon
7
Musk
inches
is
taller.
6'2". I thought he was 5. I'm fucked up. So Vladimir's a midget. I'm taller than him. I'm 5'9", barely, but like.
But he seems like stuck here. Like
Yeah,
he's got more muscle on
he
it.
might be able to get low. You ever seen how he walks?
Mm-mm.
So like apparently he walks like really weird because so long in the KGB, like they have this certain walk where they carry a gun underneath their jacket and they have to hold it their arm, and it's like a quick draw kind of thing. And so many years of him walking like that has led to this very weird like kind of stumble
see
when he
what this
walks.
is, bro.
You gotta watch how he walks. Hold on, watch. I'm gonna type in Putin walking. But who is your money on while I do this? You're terrible. But I love you.
That's why I need.
At least it wasn't.
a table
It
here.
wasn't. It wasn't open.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's your takeaway on it while I find this?
Alien's just got like he's got more. The height difference is huge. I think he's just bigger. Now he's not as well trained. I wouldn't say. Logan Paul said he's going to train him though, right?
I guess I don't know. Here, look at this real quick while I fix this.
Take this down so I can see.
I know here's the problem is that I can't take that down because it disconnected. So just watch this real quick. Here's a video of his walk real quick. See how he walks?
Bro, he's got like the Conor McGregor pimp.
He kind of
walking,
like
man.
steps into it when he walks. He tries to hide it. But apparently that's a result of being in the KGB for so
Interesting.
long and having that like little walk. From that, Elon, here's another transition. Skeet Davidson is apparently going to space on Origin Blue, which is Jeff Bezos's
His spaceship.
his spaceship. What do you think about that? Like in the midst of all this shit, while I'm trying to organically
He's
hide
like,
that
fuck
I'm
y'all.
trying to fix
Fuck,
this.
fuck yeah, I'm going to space. Basically. I can't wait to see what he's going to say. Like,
You think they're gonna film
Like-
it?
no, What, like, has Kanye said anything about like that in particular?
Oh,
He's gonna have some stupid shit to say to him.
I don't think so, because it's been this whole like argument back and forth every single day between Kanye and Pete, and just Kanye's attacking everybody.
And then he made like apparently some kind of joke at one of his shows about Pete or Skeet about like fucking a baby or some shit, and then he quoted it. And he's like, "This is who's around my kids, this and that."
He's gonna try and spin it into some creep shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is what comedy is, depending on what's being said, like you can't take comedy really seriously.
Take it too seriously. No.
I mean, you can be offensive without being offensive at the same time. You can be funny without being offensive too. I don't know. But so who wins? Like, who wins in this situation? Sure, Kanye is a billionaire, but Skeet has Kim now.
What's the winning? Like, what is he winning? Like, just
in general. Like who wins this? I mean, who wins this thing?
Kanye just looks like a fucking idiot. Just what the stuff that he's like saying, he just makes himself look more more unhinged every single week.
I think Skeet wins this.
Yeah,
it's not a fight. It's not a Putin versus Elon.
No, it's not a physical fight.
But he's the person that, you know, he's definitely not as wealthy as Kanye, so Kanye's got that going for him. He's not as influential, but he gets Kim, which is one of the most sought after women in the world.
Yeah.
He gets to fly to space. He gets all his publicity, and he has someone that he might actually be in love with.
Yeah, and but this whole thing is just making him more famous. Yeah, even more than he already was. I
don't know. You think Kanye's going to try and go to space with Elon now because they're close? That would be like
he's going to go on Elon's ship to Mars.
To Mars. Would you take that trip?
If it was free, yeah, I'd go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know how long that would take though?
It's like a few months.
Is it a few months? Yeah. And we over here complaining that, like, I don't know if I would sit down on a spaceship for a few months, because you know how much time you would lose?
Just go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Put you to sleep. Put you in like a cryogenic state.
But like, what if the shit blows up?
Dude, like
comes down to the wire. Yes, but the day of, I don't know if I'm getting on that spaceship. You might just
get cold feet.
Yeah, because you got a lot of other shit going on. Like, you can't take your girlfriend. You can't take your friends. You going by yourself.
Once in a lifetime, though. Once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, what if you don't come back?
Mars? Yeah, what if you don't come back?
Dude, I might not come back like when I leave my house in the morning. Who knows?
The day of, you're getting in the rocket and flying? I would love it. Listen, I'm obsessed with space. I'm all this stuff. I'm for it. But I'm thinking the day it happens, they say, come over here, get on this spaceship, and we launching your ass on a missile to Mars. I don't know if I'm sitting on that rocket that it's a controlled explosion.
It's not a control. They haven't had like something that serious happen in years.
Here's the thing, though. They just built all these rockets in the last few years. Like,
so if they just threw it together and it's going to be kind of shoddy. Like, it's not well inspected.
I mean, to be honest, they had more preparation with this than they did the COVID vaccine. So, like, there's more research in this. So we all took that shit. So maybe.
But do you think there's this thing going around on Facebook where it's like, would you rather die in Karen Crow or in space?
I'm dying in space. I'm not dying in Karen Crow. I don't even know like what the fuck is in Karen Crow. I'm just gonna
float around.
That'd be a pretty swag way to die though. Like on a rocket explosion. Like you're gonna be remembered. Your face is gonna be all over and stuff like that. You're gonna get a lot of after death clout.
Not even just the explosion, but like if you get lost in space and your body's it never decays.
No,
and you're just out there forever.
Bro, imagine you on a boat at night and you fall off the boat and you just drift away and you're screaming in the water and no one can hear you. That's the same thing in space.
Dude, okay. You maybe just think of something that I saw on TikTok the other day. If you're in the middle of the ocean, all right, you're on a boat, if you drop a rock, it goes to the bottom of the ocean floor, you're the last person to touch that rock for the end of time.
Until the TikTok motherfuckers come in that do the ASMR scuba diving shit and they like dig up that, you know what I'm talking about?
But like it's just in the middle of the ocean.
That's a crazy thought, I guess.
Same idea. You're just up there forever.
It's like when they drop the Heart of the Sea or whatever, that the Titanic thing.
Just floats to the bottom.
When I flush my poo down the toilet, I'm the last person who ever sees my poo. All right, that one was a stretch. How about this segue for a stretch? This one will be a stretch. Okay, what you got? Okay. No.
Okay, so speaking of space. Speaking of space, you got something?
Oh yeah.
You got some space flavored something?
Yeah. This one, that was for Kyle. All right. So Kyle was a very nice co-host not too long ago and brought us some, what was it? What was the drink you bought?
Coffee beer.
Some coffee beer to drink. So we're going to do another product placement. This is Starlight Coca-Cola. It's a limited edition. It's a Coca-Cola Creations. I don't know if this is coming through on camera, but this is kind of a pink iridescent kind of color.
It's definitely a lot lighter.
Yeah, it's super light as compared to regular Coke. I'm going to give you a taste of it, and I want you, I've already tried it, but I want you, hold on, let's get this ASMR real quick.
Open it right in the mic.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That wasn't too satisfying, but okay, give it a smell. Give it a little waft. Give me your initial impressions. Before you do that, just in future reference, if anyone has a product that they would like us to review, my ears are open and my bank account is open. We will do some product reviews on this podcast for the bag. What are you doing drinking from the fucking bottle? I had glasses.
Oh, bro, I forgot about that.
Bro, I'm taking the...
You said you tried it. You just wanted my honest review first.
I wanted to try it with you.
Come on,
fucking ass, bro. You were right back.
You share my vape all the time. What's the difference?
Yeah, but now I wanted Delaney to have something, us to have something. A drink is different. Okay,
right.
A drink is nasty because you just backwashing this shit. I'm gonna pretend that
we
this
went from
didn't
waterfall
happen.
and Gatorades and PE class to sharing vapes all the time now.
Okay, well, give me. Hold on. Don't. Why did you try it first of all? I wanted to set this up.
Okay.
I wanted to run the circus.
I'm gonna back up.
Backtrack. Imagine you didn't.
I forgot what it tastes like.
You forgot what it tastes like. Look at this. Give it a smell. Give it a little waft.
I mean, it smells like soda.
Does it really?
It doesn't have like a specific
Delaney,
smell.
you want to try
different.
some of this?
Yeah.
Okay, where's that cup? Look, it's behind you. You're gonna have to grab this cup. Are you drinking it again?
No, I didn't try. I didn't sip it. I'm just trying to smell it, trying to get some different flavors smelling.
Okay, I kind of have like my takeaway on it already, but I'm curious as to both of y'all's. You don't smell anything different or weird
Compared
about
to
it?
just regular Coke now.
Yeah. Did you pour yourself some? You checking on the shots while you're doing that? Good. Okay. Give it a smell, Delaney, and then tell us what you think in the microphone. That's a crazy face you just made.
It smells like Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
What?
I think the color's throwing you off. All right. So everybody take a sip of it. What's the thought?
It's not as sweet as regular Coke.
It's an aftertaste. I get cake flavor. So it's a mystery flavor. No one knows what the flavor is. It's supposed to be that way. It's just Starlight flavor or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, 0 out of 10 recommend.
0 out of 10?
It tastes more like just regular soda water than compared to regular Coke. It's definitely not as sweet.
I love it. I think it's so fucking good. It's like a cream soda cake vanilla flavor is pink. It's a mystery flavor. It's almost got a cotton candy flavor to it.
Okay. I kind of see the aftertaste a little bit now.
Let it sit in your mouth.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
All right, so what are we reviewing this? I'm giving my final takeaway on it.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
If regular Coca-Cola is an arbitrary 10 out of 10, not because it's great, but just because it's regular Coca-Cola, and that's the standard that everyone likes, would you give it?
A 6. I don't like. It's not. It doesn't have the same appeal as regular Coke to me.
I got you.
It's too.
It for me.
It doesn't do it?
Mm-mm.
It's like, for novelty alone, I give it an 8.
Yeah.
All right, for flavor, I give it like a 7, maybe an 8 too. I think it's all around an 8, but like, I wouldn't drink a whole bottle of it. There's no way
I wouldn't
could.
go out of my way to drink this for sure.
It's like a cotton candy, vanilla, birthday cake, not Pepto-Bismol, cream soda flavor for me. What do you think about the flavor of it?
There's not much except a little bit of aftertaste. Like it just tastes like soda water.
It's a
like from
soda
the
water?
nozzle. Yeah.
Your taste buds are fucked up. You got COVID again.
No.
All right. Anyway, so that went way worse than I thought. All right, I didn't have control of the situation. That stressed me out. That was my anxiety peaking when I don't have control of a situation. Speaking of COVID, here's just a random bullshit. Pfizer says a 4th COVID vaccination dose is not necessary. I think
It says it is necessary.
Is necessary? I can't read. I think my whole thought process is they're just trying to fucking make money. They make money with every one of these vaccines that we take.
How would they, like, we're not paying for it.
The government is.
Okay.
So they make money. I think this is just me talking here, but I mean, the Pfizer has to make money somehow from doing all this research, doing all this stuff. I feel like the government, there's some kind of either credit they get or something like that.
And they're definitely paying for it, the government. But
I feel like this is all a crazy like version of them trying to sell a product now. They made this product, this beautiful product, then they had to create this disease. Or
they created the disease.
This
to sell a product.
This virus to sell the product, yeah.
I mean, they pay for who pays for the flu shot you get every year for free?
Walgreens. I don't know, the government, man. I don't know. It's hard.
Why do they say it's necessary though?
We can read it, I guess.
Is it because of a new the new strain that's going to be?
A fourth dose of COVID-19 vaccine will be needed, Pfizer CEO says. According to CNN, to help fend off another wave of COVID-19, people will need a fourth dose of the vaccine. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla told CBS on Sunday, many variants are coming, and Omicron was the first one that was able to evade. In a skillful way, the immune protection that we are giving.
It's always funny how they like personify the virus too.
Yeah.
It got away.
Like, it's coming. It got away. It did this. I don't know.
I think we as humans just tend to do that.
Give the virus like a
personality.
Give him a face, like a political cartoon.
What face? Like, who would play the virus in a movie?
Skeet. No, somebody really toxic and bad. Who would that be? Or someone that you couldn't stop, like Bruce Willis. Like you can't stop him.
Yeah, but he's just
Jason Bourne.
He's like the general action good guy, though.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of like someone you couldn't stop. I guess the virus.
Who's the guy from Taken?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Yeah. You can't stop him no matter what.
No, you can never hide from him though.
He comes get it, bro. What was like there? I remember watching the third one, and like homegirl got taken again. His daughter got stolen again for like the second or third time. I think like the whole thing is he needs to just lock his daughter up. And she's not even that attractive. Like, I don't know why she keeps getting stolen all the time.
It's like for money or some shit, right?
Yeah, but like, why does she keep getting her ass stolen?
I don't know.
I went on a date. That was one of the. So I used to talk to this girl a long time ago, and that was like our first date. We went. I wasn't even driving at the time. She came to my. I must have been swag. Like I must have had it because she came to my house, picked me up.
Bro, you was getting catered to.
Yeah, I was living with my mom, and she brought me to the movies. We watched Taken together.
Interesting.
But before that, or after that, I went and watched Les Mis with her. And that was a miserable experience, bro. As I was like, not that much. I like theater, but I hate like sing-along movies.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Not
musicals.
Musicals. Yeah, sing-along movies. All that shit. And I was just like, yeah, I like theater. I like Rent.
Bro, you were just trying to get some.
Yeah. But I don't know. Okay. So I went and watched Les Miserables, which is like a 3.5 hour, sad story about just France or Paris. I don't even know. I forgot. It's been so long since I watched it, and about like their liberation and stuff like that. And I sure enough was like, oh, it was so good. It was so great. And she was like, it was good.
Bullshit. That's a cap.
The whole thing's miserable. Huh?
That's a cap.
What's cap?
That it was good.
No, it wasn't good. It was terrible. But I held her hand. So like, that was.
I had to sit through Hamilton with Maddie when we first started dating.
Yeah.
That's when it like first came out. That thing was like 5.5 hours long, bro.
I almost said Hamlet, but that's not. What's Hamilton about?
It's you don't know what it's about?
No.
You never seen it? It's about the not the president. He was never president, but like he was like the vice president or something. Like that historical figure, Hamilton. It was like around the time of like Thomas Jefferson and stuff. It was about like his whole
I know
story.
the name and I know he's important.
It's interesting. Like he was either black or he was a mixed, like, so, and he became like an important political figure like right after America was first formed, like in the early 1800s. And then like he like dueled Aaron Burr, who was like another politician, and he actually died. That's how he died. He got to like, it was like all about he had an affair, and like he fell in love with this other girl.
Oh, Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton. I couldn't think of his first name.
All right. Born into obscurity in the West British Indies, Alexander Hamilton made his reputation during the Revolutionary War, become one of
he was a founding father.
pop-up fucking ad. Influential founding fathers. He was an impassioned champion of strong federal government and played a key role in defending and ratifying the U.S. Constitution.
But he had like this whole thing, like there was a sex scandal because he fell in love with his like this girl he was supposed to marry, and then like he fell in love with her sister. And then he had this other girlfriend in like France or something. I don't know. It was all kind of shit. Interesting story. Yeah, I couldn't sit through it. Like I fell asleep, bro. It was too fucking long.
Did you know you fell asleep?
Yeah, I got shit for that. But
I mean, obviously you learned something.
Yeah. Some of the songs still get stuck in my head because it became like a big.
Can you sing one?
I'm not singing that on here.
No, please.
Absolutely not.
Okay, tell me how it goes at least, because I have no clue. Like, what's the one that gets stuck in your head?
I have to hear it first.
Get that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah.
So help me. When they turned that into a musical at the end. Speaking of turning something into something, this is another video of Chicago turning the river green again for St. Patrick's Day.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow's day is St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
I told work I can work on St. Patrick's Day. Holy shit.
I'm working for it.
I'm not working on St. Patrick's Day.
It's going to be wild downtown.
Y'all gonna have Patty in the park? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh my god. I can't believe I told
The
work
restaurant's
I can
right
work.
by the park too. So
You know,
it's gonna be
like
super packed.
my dad's family's all Irish or Scottish Irish or whatever.
Yeah.
I should be off every day. I'm not in touch with any of that shit. I don't know what any of that
Gotta
shit.
get in touch with their heritage.
No.
23andMe, that shit.
23andMe is probably a liar. No, but all their family was. But this is crazy. They do this like every year. I get it's supposed to be like non-toxic and all this shit.
But it's already green.
But dude, like, wait, what?
They said the river's already green.
Dude, look how like fluorescent this dye they spray
it
in
evens
there.
out.
It evens out. I get it, but like when it's actual done, like how can this be okay? How to like?
It's obviously non-toxic.
It looks
Otherwise,
like Crayola green.
EPA would be raising
But
shit.
I don't see how like people can just be okay with it. Like that river is, I guess it's a big tourist thing. It's like, why is New Orleans
It's like
okay
it's a
with drunk?
traditional thing. Yeah.
Yeah, why is New Orleans being okay with bourbon being just a trash drunk fest every night? But
That's just the culture.
the culture is to pollute the river. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy idea for me.
It's just a visual thing. Like, I'm assuming it doesn't harm any environmental.
I feel like the fish get dyed green a little bit.
They gonna turn green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's non-toxic, man.
I get it's non-toxic, but it's still
You
a
could put
dye.
food dye in like water and to drink it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's
Just
food dye.
Yeah.
But then, like, if you put a bunch of food dye in your, like, if you make a cake,
Don't
black,
drink it straight up, but like it's diluted
okay,
in the
but
water.
the fish don't have a chance to not drink it. I feel like this dyes their gills green and all that shit. This can't.
It's not permanent. It washes out.
This can't be good. Speaking of what's not good, Congress is trying to pass this bill right now, permanently banning daylight savings time.
Dude, about time.
No,
About
it's to
time.
make it permanent.
To make it permanent.
So like the time that it is now, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
we're gonna have more daylight or less daylight?
We had more.
More.
That's
Like,
what
I noticed
they
it
want.
today.
That's what they want.
Yeah, I noticed it today.
No.
Like it didn't get as dark.
Yeah, when y'all
So-
got here at like 7, it was still daylight.
Yeah.
But that's what they want to pass, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm for that. Yeah. More, because I think it was started during, I think, like one of the world wars to, I mean, people have like all kind of different takes on why it was, but to my knowledge, it was to conserve power or something like that, electricity.
I have a hot take for you.
All right, what it is.
That's all bullshit.
You think it's bullshit?
Apparently, it was so that consumers could have more time to stay out and buy shit.
To stimulate
That's
the
what
economy?
it became a thing. Like the government and stuff tells you that was a thing for farmers, so they have longer hours. It's all about consumers. They have more time to go to the store and shop.
And to what? Stimulate the economy during like the
No, it's
war
just
times?
Not during war times, but it's just like to make more money.
Yeah, to stimulate the economy.
Yeah, but it's just so you can spend more money. That's what I'm saying. It's all about that. Look it up. I'm telling you, that's the real reason.
No, I mean, I believe your reason, I guess. But, I mean, what's your takeaway on it staying like this? What's your daylight savings time review? What is it called
My
now?
thing is,
what are we in now?
We're in daylight savings.
Okay.
So
regular time is where it gets dark earlier?
Yes.
yeah.
Regular time sucks then. Fuck regular time.
But my thing is, though, the thing that fucks everything up is when it switches. Because, like, you always feel more tired. You lose an hour. Apparently, more accidents happen the day after daylight savings than any other day. because people are more fatigued. It just throws your body's biological clock off. Circadian rhythm. That's the other word for it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, this is an article by KLFY, or not by KLFY, from KLFY, from our friend Abigail. She's a writer there. This is all the things wrong, or is daylight savings time bad for your health? The article is titled "Daylight Savings Time, is the change bad for your health?" So everything you're talking about, like the wrecks and stuff like that. Basically, in this article, it says the start of daylight saving time is linked to risks like an increased risk of heart attacks, a risk in miscarriage, and tiredness being a cause for traffic accidents, like you were just saying. Damn. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine supports a switch to standard time and the elimination of daylight savings time.
Okay, so we're in standard time now.
No? This is daylight saving.
So then what are we switching it to? What it was or how it is now?
They want to keep it like this. They want to keep it in daylight savings time.
Is this for sure?
Yes, but in November is normal time.
Okay.
Gotcha. So the AASM, which is the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, said that the standard time would be more closely aligned with the daily rhythms of our body's internal clock. Arizona and Hawaii, when I'm reading it from here, are the only two states that have not observed daylight savings time. Damn, so what the fuck do they do while everybody else is like
just chilling, like a whole hour off?
Yeah, they're going to hold
like how does that affect with like time zones though?
I don't know. But it's the only time it's cool is when I'm at the bar at 2 and it turns back to 1. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yep.
But the other night I was watching my phone at 2 and it turned to 3 and I was like, bro, what the fuck?
They didn't close it. They didn't close it early though. Because it does. What time does it switch at? Like 1 or 2?
No, like, so you get an extra hour. It changes at 2.
Okay.
The time changes
That's
at 2.
I was wondering.
So sometimes you get an extra hour in the bar, and other times you don't lose an extra hour, but it's just not as cool.
Yeah.
Because like the other day, I watched my phone turn from 2 to 3 immediately, and then I was like, "Fuck! I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm a fucking loser. I need to go to sleep." But in this article, there's 18 states that are pushing to make the switch to the year-round daylight savings time. In order for this to happen, Congress would have to pass a federal law which allows the states to observe daylight savings time year-round, which is what's happening right now.
So, but it allows them to like not do it.
Yeah. And then it's just so confusing. Like, no one understands it in the first place. We talk about falling back and springing forward and all that stuff. You have to make up all these little like
things to remember. Yeah,
it's like when you were a kid and the rabbit goes around the hole and jumps in the hole to tie your shoes and stuff like that. You never heard that? Like,
no.
Bring the rabbit around the ears.
I still tie it with bunny ears, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, bunny ears. I don't really know how I tied my shoes.
I don't know how to tie my shoe either.
I taught myself how to tie my shoes.
That way?
I don't know.
How do you tie your shoes?
I'll have to show you later on. But one of my friends did show me Wyatt. You know Wyatt.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird when I talk about our friends on the podcast.
Yeah, because like we're just talking about people we know. But
Right. How to tie your shoes in like 2 seconds, and he explained it to me, and I tried it. I don't remember, but dude, it was like the craziest life-changing shit, and I never did it again. He told me like he still does it though. Anyway, so this is just an article, like a lot of things saying kind of what you were talking about, that there's just a lot of risk that happen with that. I'm for the change to stay.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I feel like everyone
just leave it and just leave it alone.
Yeah, I still don't get why we still do it though. Like, why do we do? Is it like tradition or is it like for money?
One of those just laws that never got changed. That should have been. And
it's like, I guess that's the reason why everybody does it, is like they're forced to, because the rest of the well, how does Arizona and Hawaii get away with it? I get Hawaii because they're so far off from everyone else, but Arizona,
it's just like kind of random. They're kind of in the middle of the Midwest.
No one goes to Arizona. Just they make the tea.
They make the tea.
Oh, yeah, Arizona tea. That's all they do. Why is it branded Arizona tea?
It's not from there, huh? Is it?
I don't think it can be. Like Arizona's very arid and dry for the most part. Like I'm sure there's some like luscious places there and stuff like that. But I feel like
There's just a brand that originated there.
you're in the here's the pitch. You're in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
You're so parched. You're
And
so dry. What do you want?
Some tea. Something
tea.
refreshing.
Yeah, I would drink an Arizona tea right now. I hate that peace tea bullshit.
You don't like that one?
It's so sweet.
The only one I like
It's so sweet.
from that whole thing, from that whole brand, is just the Arnold Palmer's. You don't like
for
those?
real?
Mm-hmm. I don't care if I've never liked sweet tea. Bro.
Like
But
Arnold
that's the
Palmer was a
only way I can
legendary
drink it.
golf player.
Yeah.
And but as far as like the drink, that's it's swag for him. Like he has a whole drink named after him. Like that's fucking legendary. But the actual drink itself is trash.
Yeah.
It leaves like a film in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like lemonade in the first place. It's kind
That's
of
probably why.
I like sour candy, but drinking lemonade, every time I drink it, I feel like it just leaves this coating in my mouth. And every time I drink it mixed together, it feels like it doesn't mix all the way, and it's just like this texture on my mouth that I
I'll
hate.
tell you what though, I hate making Arnold Palmer's. Like for people. That
Oh
come sit-
yeah.
Or a Shirley Temple.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
and it's like it's the simplest little thing. All you got to do is fucking add a little bit to another drink, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, it ticks me off.
It's just a pain in the ass. Like, why
could
can't you just be
never-
normal, bro?
I could never work at Starbucks for that reason. Like, or be a barista. People are so particular about how
Oh,
they
yeah.
want their drinks. Like, bartending is one thing, but being a barista, I want a double mocha turtle sippy, no caramel,
God.
add extra dairy,
You can
take
get
away
really
the dairy, make it
pretentious about
gluten
it very
free.
quickly.
Yeah, and like people get mad that they make their drinks wrong. But that kind of reminds me of a thing. You know how like Starbucks is known for spelling people's name wrong on the drinks?
Yeah.
Apparently that they're supposed to do that. Like their corporate wants them to do that. I think this is kind of old news at this point.
Yeah.
But like corporate wants you to misspell their name.
So that people post it.
Yeah,
and shit and
exactly.
get free marketing.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day, like whenever, or even today, like you stop by like a fast food restaurant and you get their cups. And I had like a McDonald's cup with me, and I was like, I don't want this on camera. It's so ugly. It's just McDonald's all over it. But I guess that's the whole purpose
Yeah,
of it,
so
is
the
to
people see you drinking it, and it's like, that sounds good.
be seen drinking with it.
We get on nerd news, bro.
Nerd news bag.
Ready
Hold
for
on,
nerd
let me
news.
let me wrap this.
Oh, God.
Let me wrap this last thing up, just because another podcast topic. I saw this thing in this, or like I'll post a picture of it. But this is Mike Tyson's cannabis company announces the new launch of an ear-shaped weed gummy called Mike Bites.
I love it.
Do you see it?
Does it have the little like missing part, or is it just like
Yeah.
an ear?
No.
It
It's
does?
literally like,
Oh, that's cool.
watch.
I love it.
Look right here. It's literally Mike Bites. That's crazy. He said, "What in the these ears actually taste good," is what he said, like straight from him. What's your experience with gummies?
Dude.
You haven't?
Let me tell you about gummies. The first time I ever had weed was from a gummy, and I didn't smoke anything. The first time I got hot, dude, I was like just chilling on the couch, and it felt like I was just falling back constantly.
Just like
Like the sitting feeling where you just feel like really heavy.
yeah.
It was that, but I just kept feeling like my body was falling backwards. I got really fucking high, but like that was my first time ever.
yeah. I
I
don't
had
know about
no
doing an
expectation
edible
or
for the
tolerance.
first time you ever smoked. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The thing that scares me with edibles, especially in places like this where it's not regulated, is no one knows how much is in it. Even the people that make it.
Well, like, okay, that's different in like areas where it's more legalized because it has to be regulated. Because
Right.
they have to put like exactly how much THC.
I feel like I would love gummies or love edibles if they were regulated. If I knew how much I
if
was
some
getting,
dudes making it like in their
Yeah.
kitchen, that's totally different. Like you don't no clue.
like allegedly, I've had some terrible experiences with like just taking a gummy or an edible and like having the worst experience of my life.
I've had really
like
bad
being
experiences.
so like sick. I think everyone has that experience.
Yeah.
Like you eat too much of it, and then you're kind of like high, so you want to eat more.
Oh, bro.
And then like you don't know how much to eat. The science is so stupid. Like you're looking at a cookie, or you're looking at like a Rice Krispie treat, and like how many fruity pebbles from this Rice Krispie treat do I eat?
And then it might not be mixed in as much, so you might
Yeah.
get a bigger portion
might
in
get
one bite versus
slapped.
another.
And then you're fucking throwing up. Your world's spinning. You're on the toilet. You're sleeping on the toilet. Everyone's had that experience.
The highest I ever got was from some brownies that I ate, and I literally felt like I was gonna die. That's what I kept thinking. I was like,
You
I'm
get to
gonna
that
die.
point
This is
like
it.
you die.
I'm dying.
It's like an ego death, but in the weed, you're just
Yeah.
like fucking like this is the worst
I
thing
ended
I've
up,
ever
I ended up
experienced.
just like vomiting all over the side of the bed, and then I fell in it. and I had to immediately take a shower. And I just sat in the tub. Maddie just like sprayed me down.
I shook my head. Yes, I was
just like, I don't want to
die. Baby mode. Yes. I shook my head. Yeah, and then I realized what you said, and then I was like, oh shit. That's it. I think like everyone has that story, and like I guess if you just tell yourself you're obviously gonna be okay on the other side of it, but the level of worry and panic and all that shit you're dealing with it,
it's gonna be fine. You're just high. It'll be fine.
It's not okay when you're going through it. It's literally
you're not okay.
It's like being hit by a car of just emotions and dizziness and all kind of stuff. I don't know. Or would you try the Mike Tyson's cannabis?
I'll try it.
Gummy ears?
I'll try it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. They're probably strong as fuck, though. I seen this video of Mike Tyson. He was, like, eating mushrooms. And it was, like, from, I think, like, a Logan Paul podcast or something. It was circulating around. And, like, he was only supposed to, like, eat a couple of them. But, like, he just took a whole handful in his mouth and just did the podcast, like, regular. Like, every day. I mean, I guess at that point, if you have so much money, you have so much shit. What do you do? Like, you just experiment with drugs.
Yeah. And go on podcasts. When are we going to do the high podcast, bro?
We're never going to ever do a high podcast. I don't smoke.
That's not what you said.
I didn't say anything. I don't smoke. I'm straight edge hardcore. Okay. I have to live straight true to my roots. Speaking of our roots, let's get into our nerd bag with our nerd. So, Elden Ring, this has been like the biggest topic ever, I guess. I still haven't played it.
You need to play it.
I want you to give us your full review. I don't need to play it because I know I'll be addicted to it, and I've already got so much stuff going on into my life, and I need to take time for other things in my life. I already play enough games as it is, but give us a full review. That's why I'm staying away from it.
So I'm about like 8 to 10 hours in right now. I had never played. Have you ever played like any Dark Souls game?
No, never.
It's like that.
And let's assume our audience never has either.
So Dark Souls is basically like these series from Software, which is who made Elden Ring. They're basically just known for like being very, very difficult and like having these really difficult boss fights. And so that is like one of the biggest aspects of this game, mixed with like the whole RPG, having a character build, kind of choosing what direction you want to go. So it's like Skyrim meets Dark Souls. I know that's kind of like the general takeaway from it, but it's really good. Like there's a little bit of learning curve because of like how difficult it can be, but it has like this whole open world. You basically play as this character that's called like you're tarnished.
What does that mean?
It's like these people that were they're like a long lost race of people, or just like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a group, yeah, who are trying to find all these pieces of the shattered Elden Ring, which is like what they get the name from. And you do so by like fighting all these bosses. And so you become like, when you get all the pieces, you become like the Elden Lord over the whole like world and stuff.
Is that the goal of the game?
Yeah. Like
Isn't there like over 100 bosses?
It's ridiculous, bro. But like they have different, like they have some that are like mini bosses, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's between like 100 and 130 if you're counting all those.
Yeah.
It's a really big game. Like, and they have different, like, obviously levels of like how hard each boss is. Like, there's some that are like just extremely difficult, and then you have ones that are made to be kind of progressive.
Everything I've seen from it is people like raging, breaking their desk, breaking their like monitors.
It can be so frustrating.
I saw this clip, and it was, I don't know if this dude just did it for clout or not, and it was like a 5 to 10 hour progression of him playing the game, and he kept showing pictures of like every hour of his desk, and his desk was getting more destroyed as every hour goes on. He had like a little IKEA desk, and he just kept punching holes through it, I guess.
People just break their controller in half. Like,
is it that hard? Like, what is so hard about the game? Can
just like that? It's hard to, because you have to be really good at like parry timing when you're fighting a boss. So like,
okay, for our non-nerd listeners,
so basically,
the fuck is a parry?
Parrying is like whenever if an enemy goes to hit you with like a sword or a weapon or whatever, you parry, you like time it to where you hit their weapon at the same time, and it like gives you an opportunity to attack back.
You cock block it.
Basically, you cock block it. Yeah. But apparently, like, that's a thing. It's the timing is just always really hard to predict. So, and you have like, they have different abilities, and they'll go to like, they'll have like a sweeping attack and then immediately something else after. That's, it's just hard to time.
Yeah.
unless you're really good at it and have played some of these games before. But
So what's your character? Can you talk about your character build?
So
and please send me a picture so we can share it in here.
Yeah, so basically mine is just like basically a knight, like a sword and shield type character. You can be like, there's like 2 or 3 different magic classes. And then there's like your typical sword and shield, which is what I have. You have you could be like a samurai. There's like, I think 7 or 8 starting classes. There's literally one where it's called a wretch, where you basically have no armor and your only weapon is a club, and you just run around naked at first. Yeah. That's like the hardest one, but it allows you to kind of build it however you want your character. Yeah.
But I've got a bunch. I kind of just want to give that introduction because I haven't played it. I've only seen a little bit of video from it. But there's so much nerd news coming out about it. Like, this gamer paid this cam girl $20K to play Elden Ring with him. He's 31 years old.
Never be that down bad ever.
That's super down bad. That's the super simp. He paid an adult cam girl $20,000 to play Elden Ring with him for 40 hours. Well, I mean, I guess if the game is that hard, if she played it with him for 40 hours, she might have helped him out a lot.
Maybe. Or he just wanted some time. Some time with her.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's super weird.
I saw this whole thing, like, modders are making easy versions of the game.
Yeah.
And then modders are making harder versions of the game because people are making easy versions.
And they're making naked versions of the game.
Oh, they're making naked versions.
They already got they got the naked version.
That reminds me of like the Skyrim modding days. But that's kind of one of the things, like, I like to talk about nerd news because it exposes like
that aspect of
video gaming, not even like my life, but like, yeah, sure, but like video gaming to everyone plays it nowadays and stuff like that. Like, for this story right here, like the Skyrim grandma, which I don't know if you know who that is, for back context, like Skyrim's been out since 2011 now,
2011,
I think. And there was this like 70-year-old woman that just played Skyrim every single day. She got so well known, and she would stream it a little bit and stuff like that. Her husband had passed away, and it was something to just keep her happy.
I think I heard about her. Yeah.
So the Elder Scrolls, which is the company that makes Skyrim, this is kind of old news now. They did a bunch of motion capture and voice work with her. They were worried she might pass away before they put out the Elder Scrolls 6, which is the one after Skyrim, which hasn't come out yet. So in the case that she does pass away and stuff like that, she's going to be in the game. She's going to be a non-playable character in the game that you can go talk up to and get quests and stuff like that. But recently, she had a stroke in her sleep, and she's forgotten totally how to play the game. And so it's like, that's like the thing she does every single day. Man. And I mean, I couldn't imagine, dude, if I had a stroke in my sleep and I couldn't play Minecraft anymore, I couldn't play Rocket League, the things that hold me and my boys together, like that talk every day, like, I couldn't imagine that. Then I'd be a woman with no hobbies. My life would suck. It's hard, man. It's hard to
it's just like it's a stable thing. Like, it keeps you grounded, really.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, when like some girls I've dated in the past and stuff like that, like when girls don't have hobbies, it's so hard for me to date them. Yeah. Like, I really have to love them to date them, because it's like, it's such a challenge, because it's like, I want my alone time to do my thing, my hobbies. The podcast is a hobby, riding my bike, doing all these things, going to the gym whenever it's back open, or we're going to go to it. Video games with my friends to connect them, and then like all kind of other stuff, but then they don't have hobbies.
They're kind of just
right?
sitting there.
That's the thing. Everyone knows that women don't have hobbies.
What?
There's an exception, all right? Delaney, you are a creative, artistic person that is pursuing a creative, artistic career.
That's a broad generalization, though.
Yes,
but I get what you're saying.
Obviously,
I know that thing. It's like a.
That's like it's just as true when I say like every woman loves pickles, right? That's like they love pickles and hot Cheetos.
Broad strokes, but it's a good rule of thumb.
I feel like
he's not wrong.
See, bro, just the other night, Nicolette spilled pickle juice all over my bed after I told her to not eat my bed. She said, "No, I'm not gonna spill, man." So I said, "All right." I gave her a whole jar of pickle juice, and she dropped that pickle juice all over my bed. Bruh.
You gotta get her the pouches.
She
That's just
loves
as
the
bad.
pouches, but she would have dropped
gotta
the
still
pouch
spill
juice
that.
too. Actually, no, the there's like a little pouch you get from the gas station that she eats. It doesn't have a lot of pickle juice in it. But dude, that shit was so hard to get out. She's like blow drying the bed after like she had to soak it up with wet.
But just wash the
flowers.
sheets after that.
Bro, it went through the sheets. It went through the bedspread. It went into the mattress.
You got to get a mattress protector.
A mattress protector?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Keeps your mattress fresh. Keeps your sweat from getting in there so you don't get bed bugs.
Get it. Bed bugs are fucking disgusting. I remember when I was a kid.
That's what they eat on.
Is
Like your bacteria that comes from your sweat.
I'm so
It'll
clean.
soak
I
in
don't
the
sweat.
mattress and that's
all.
what attracts them.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that story, but yeah, women don't have hobbies, and y'all should get hobbies.
Play Elden Ring.
Play Elden Ring. More women should game.
I will say one more thing about though, like
Elden Ring?
it also doesn't tell you a lot. Like it
doesn't hold
doesn't
your
guide.
hand.
It's open world, but like it doesn't really give you a lot of guidance as far as like where to go. And so you could easily get stuck in like this rut of keep fighting this boss, but like you can leave. Like, you don't have to really fight. And there's no like you have to fight this boss to continue. You can always just leave and come back. So like go get some better gear or whatever, become better skilled, and then go back and fight them. But it doesn't tell you that in the game. You kind of just have to figure shit out. So that's another frustrating aspect too.
See, what you need to do is start streaming it and just like talk to our viewers, right? That's the thing I kind of want to do. We were talking about that recently. Like we officially have a TikTok now. Hopefully we'll have some clips on there. There's nothing on it yet. We're officially on Spotify now. We're especially on Anchor, and I'll kind of plug that towards the end. But that's big as far as nerd knows. And we have a Discord. In the future, it's going to be open up to where I want people to be able to come in and maybe listen or like watch me like while I play some games or something like that. But more importantly, send in topics people want to talk about and stuff like that.
It's more of an open forum for like the audience to interact
and Discord is such like a nice platform that it's so easy for people to communicate. And the audio quality on it's amazing. Anyway, I guess last bit of nerd news is Xbox has finally outsold PlayStation in the last month. And this is the first time ever.
Is it like everywhere? It says it's just in Europe.
I guess just in Europe. Okay, but that's the first
like
time in general.
Okay.
Like PlayStation has always been like the highest selling console.
Yeah.
As far as this last series release, the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. Why do you think that is though? Why is
the PlayStation?
Why is PlayStation the cool console?
Probably, if I had to guess, there's just more exclusives on it. Like you have more that you have to have a PlayStation for than like the only really good Xbox exclusive is like Halo.
Hot take. Speaking of that, my thought process is PlayStation's for people that don't have friends. Because there's so many PlayStation exclusives, yes, and they're great games, but they're all single player games. Most of them, for the most part, are single player games. That. So PlayStation
you can
players
still play online, but like
they have like the Spider-Mans, the Uncharted's, all that stuff. That's
all single player.
All single player. So PlayStation, and for people without friends, that's my thought process.
That's why I had a PlayStation.
But also, it was the first. It was here before Xbox.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a thing. I grew up with a PlayStation first. I had a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2.
Didn't they not have PlayStation Online first? Like Xbox Live was like the
the better multiplayer console for sure, because like PlayStation Online was a thing, but it was confusing and it wasn't really
it wasn't as streamlined as it is
wasn't
now.
Streamlined, and it was there, but like until the PlayStation 3 came out, it finally kind of caught on. But the Xbox, the first one, that was better off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and then that broke. And then I switched to Xbox from there. And ever since then, I've been like Microsoft. I mean, I use computers now. And
PC is the ultimate console.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I use my Switch still and stuff like that when I'm playing.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
I forget about the Switch. That's good for like niche stuff, though.
Same thing. Console exclusives like Mario and Zelda and stuff like that. But I mean, that's cool. I don't know if it's like, if you see the resales on like PlayStations, like they're both around $500, but resales for PlayStation will be like $700, $800, $900 still. More closer to $700 now.
They're still harder to get.
Yeah, and then the Xboxes are like $600. I just don't get why it's such as such a
Like
more
of
popular
difference?
console. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like PlayStation has like that street cred that Xbox doesn't.
What you
think like PlayStation is the cool console. Like kids that want to be cool and stuff like that, they want to play on PlayStation. It's the cooler console.
Why do you think that is though?
I
Like
don't
why
know.
is it cool?
I don't know. Like I really don't know. I think the design, as far as who has a better design, the PlayStation's fucking ugly. Like everyone says it looks like a modem or like a router,
does, though.
and the Xbox is just a clean little box.
Yeah.
Like it's so clean and minimalistic and stuff like that.
Other new, it doesn't really, but I'm gonna get you a hot take on it. So, GTA 5 just released on this gen. So this is the third generation that it is on.
I have
No
played
GTA 6.
through. Wait, what?
No GTA 6, but it's gone through 3 different.
Oh yeah, that game is making so much money every single day that I don't think they're gonna put that GTA 6 out for years and years and years to come. Like everything inside of GTA they sell, and it's so much money. Like every time they release, like let's say they release a new car in the game, everybody wants to buy that new car because it's kind of like if you're driving around in a new car and your friends see you, you're flexing on them. But you can either play for hundreds of hours to make in-game money, or you can spend $20 to get like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And that's the way they're doing it. Like they're doing microtransactions.
That's huge. And that's a whole thing in itself, just the whole topic of microtransactions. But like,
Yeah.
they just have perfected the money making aspect of it.
Oh, it's absolutely. But GTA and its whole thing is like the metaverse. It's like its own virtual reality world. Like you can go
Second
do
Life.
everything in it.
Kind of like Second Life.
Last bit of nerd news, I guess. Where we're at? What a time. Yeah, we are doing all right on time. But Apple in their latest update has just put out, I think it's like 100 something new emojis, but most importantly, they put out the ability for it to, this is going to get crazy actually. They put out the ability for the phone to unlock your face with your mask on.
Your face to unlock the phone.
Yeah.
Mask on.
And I was thinking for a minute that, man, this is really late. Like they were like a day late and a dollar short on this.
Yeah,
But
we're
what
late.
if Apple knows COVID's coming back, and so they brought this back in? Because that was the
they should
biggest.
have been done that. Like that was the most frustrating thing ever. Is having to unlock
it's like
your phone,
you take your
it
mask
down,
on,
or
catch
punch in a
COVID for a
code.
second, then put it back
Yeah.
in. Yeah. I don't know. And then like the whole thing is like it sounds like, oh, you couldn't just put in your code, but the whole thing with an iPhone is you have to look at it.
Yeah.
And then it realizes, oh, I can't read your face. Here, now put in your phone.
Yeah. It's not automatic like it used to be.
Yeah. I remember like reading this thing that the most unattractive thing of 2021 was people who had Androids. Like, I don't know.
It's just like, is it that big of a deal to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
I
would you
wouldn't-
not date somebody who, if they had an Android?
I wouldn't talk to her as much. I wouldn't have an initial attraction for the simple fact that I can't send pictures back and forth.
It's very hard to, like, some
I
people
couldn't FaceTime her all the time. I have to use all these third-party apps and stuff like that.
Sometimes the pictures don't translate well, like from Android to phone to
Yeah,
iPhone.
I think they did it on purpose, but I mean, there's reasons that like those memes came around that like look how bad Android picture quality is. It's like apparently
it's not that the picture quality is bad. It's just that it doesn't.
Apparently, they set it up.
that well.
There's a software like thing they put in there to where it's like if another type of phone sends it to another type of phone, they'll blur out the pictures or they won't process the pictures as much on purpose. Because like Androids have like 8K cameras and all these nice ass cameras, but then they send you a picture and it looks like doo doo. Also, their fucking emojis are ugly as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Android
dude.
emojis look like
Terrible.
children's like little playbooks. So that's another thing. If she was sending me like laughing emojis, but they were like Android shit
It doesn't show up as like a iPhone one though when you're in.
on text, but if like we're messaging on Instagram or something like that, we'll get their emojis, and their emojis are fucking terrible. I don't know what it is about Apple's emojis; they're just crisp. But what if Apple knows and Apple's in on it that COVID's coming back around?
What advantage what would they gain from
Their
that?
stocks go back up. Their stocks soar through the roof because you can unlock your phone with your mask on.
I mean, great, like finally, but I hardly ever have to wear a mask now. But we're probably gonna have to if everything gets locked down again.
What's your take on it? You think it's coming back or what?
We'll see. Probably get another surge.
It's
But, I mean,
tough.
it's bound to happen. Like every time they're like, "Oh, everything's back to normal again. Everything's open up." having the surge. Like, no shit. What did you think was going to happen?
People start taking off their masks, walking around,
and like just in time
again.
for summer too. Do you know that like? So today's what, the 16th?
Yeah,
the 15th. So almost exactly 2 years ago was right whenever they shut shit down.
March 14th is when everything shut down, or 15th. That's crazy.
No, the 15th because
the 16th was my last day of work.
We went to St. Patrick's Day. It was that day. That was like the last time we went out for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. Damn.
2 years.
That's crazy, actually. I remember that because I moved to my place in February and then got shut down in March. Like, got sent home from work.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, how the fuck am I going to pay for this house that I rented? And
get that unemployment, bro.
Unemployment was cool, but man, that's crazy. So it's 3 years now?
2 years.
2 years, officially 2 years since it started. No.
2 years, bro.
We're in, 2022. Damn, that's crazy. I say this kind of often, but to be honest, I miss lockdown.
For what?
Dude, I had so much time to... That's where this podcast came from, but I had
like the idea from it.
Yeah, I had so much time to sit with my thoughts. This is back to the beginning of the episode, a callback. Sit with my thoughts, sit with my depression, sit with my ideas. I learned so much about myself. I went through a breakup, a heartbreak. I bettered my life after that. I realized what was important, what wasn't. I had time to actually process my emotions for the first time in years.
Yeah.
I started to cry again for the first time in years and years and years. Like, I turned 25 during it. It was just an interesting time because, like...
Well, that period in your life is just... Yeah. It's a transitional period.
But I also, like, had so much more time to just process.
And just think. You have more time to yourself.
Just, you had to stay at your house, be alone. And, yeah, there was a lot of shitty parts where, like, people... You couldn't buy toilet paper or you couldn't go out and stuff like that. But on top of that, like, through most of quarantine, like, somebody ran, like... I ran into somebody because they ran a light. It wasn't my fault, but they totaled my car towards the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
So through
I remember that you were stuck without a car for a
lot of it. I didn't have a car. I had a friend I was talking to then. Shout out to her. She would drive me around and give me rides and stuff like that. So shout out to her. I guess I still have it. Now I'm in a very nice, lovely relationship that I'm not interested in anything else in. But that means I still got it if that's the case. But I do kind of miss that period, man. When are we going to get another period like that in our life where we just have to literally, the best thing you can do...
You have no other choice but to just sit down. And reflect.
And that's the thing you're supposed to do. Because now if you're sitting down and thinking, you're lazy. You're not working. You're
not on that grind.
Yeah, you're not on that grind life. What are you doing for yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When are we going to have another chance besides once we're retired to just
not do anything?
Enjoy life, relax, and fucking process. Life's been a lot since everything's kind of opened back up. It's been moving fast for me. It's been fast for everyone. Like, so much shit has happened. I mean, we talk about it every time we're on the podcast. Ukraine, presidencies, all this other shit.
We don't really talk about that much.
What?
Like, you know how that shit's going?
What?
So like Russia.
Oh, back to Russia? Yeah.
Just like apparently they were expecting to like quickly take Ukraine. It was going to be like less than a week, and it's been like almost a month now.
Damn, really already?
And so now it's like
time is flying, man.
Yeah. They're just like losing resources on it. And
who's losing resources?
Like Russia. They're spending more and having to deal with a lot more.
They fucked themselves, dude. They fucked themselves hard because they have made themselves an enemy out of everyone in the world.
Literally everybody.
And like, it's scary to think
everybody
that,
is cutting shit off. Like, you're apparently not going to be able to use like Visas or MasterCards over in Russia. Instagram's getting taken down, or they're basically cutting themselves off from the rest of the world.
I saw that VPNs, which is a virtual private network, which lets people get around restrictions and stuff like that. VPNs in Russia have boosted up 200,000% basically, because everyone's trying to get back on Instagram, back on the internet, all these things, get around the block. Elon sent the Starlink to Ukraine and Russia to beam over internet, real life Tony Stark, to just beam down internet to them because like everyone is shut off. That's a scary thing though, the fact that they can shut the internet off.
Oh yeah, they can do that here.
Yeah, I know, it's a scary thing. Like, imagine if we just didn't have the internet tomorrow.
I wouldn't know what to do.
What the fuck would Gen Z do?
Go outside. Go outside.
No, They wouldn't. I mean, they would. Everybody would adapt to it. But imagine that, like, you're born into it. Like, we come from a generation.
We're like in that unique period where, like, we had both.
I think we talked about that before previously, but it's like we came into it. We know it was before. Like, tapes and CDs were still around when we were a kid. But, like, imagine that's all you know. You grew up as an iPad kid. And now, like, that's how you talk to people all over the world. You've made friends at this point with people all over the world, I'm sure. And so, like, then you just can't talk to all your people. Real world is scary. I see why people stay on the internet. Internet's a scary place too. But what's not scary is Ann Lane podcast. I don't think we have anything else unless
I have two things.
All right, two things. What you got, Delaney?
Okay.
This is Delaney's segment. She wants to add to it. We're gonna come up with a name with it.
I don't know. One thing I think y'all are both gonna be mad about.
No, we're about to be mad. Big mad.
Netflix wants to charge extra for password sharing.
I saw that.
I still share Netflix till this day.
I don't. I've had my own account for like 5 years.
I use my mom's, man. She uses my Hulu. I use hers. But before that, I was using an ex of mine's account for years, and I would see like what their family was watching and shit like that.
Oh my God.
So they want to charge for.
How can you like?
You can see like how many devices you sign in on.
Use a VPN.
A VPN, but that means you still got to log into Netflix. They're still going to see your account.
Oh yeah.
It makes an additional fee for anyone who logs in outside their household.
Is it like worth the price of a full membership though, or is it like less?
I think it's like still in testing.
Okay.
I wonder if it's like every time.
No, I mean like it. They might charge you like for like how many accounts you have on there. Like,
yeah, but like every time somebody else logs in though, because they can just do it off a IP address.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Second thing. Y'all are gonna die. Kanye West has received a 24-hour Instagram suspension. Like, bruh. I'm talking like 5 minutes ago.
They trumped his ass, bro.
He reposted that picture of...
What was the reasoning?
Yeah, what was the reason?
He reposted the picture from his music video of, like, Pete being buried alive.
Oh.
And
that's hate speech.
Yeah, violated the platform's policies on hate speech, harassment, and bullying.
He was saying some other shit, though. Like about... I feel like we just talk about Kanye every podcast, but, like... He was saying, like, literally threatening him, though, basically on his Instagram.
Well, the entire time, like, y'all have been filming, he has been going on.
Oh, like live?
Like a rampage.
Here's my thing with Kanye. Before he did all this, like, movement stuff, he has been one of my favorite... My two favorite... I'm getting a fucking call from Discord, speaking of Discord. He's one of my favorite artists for... his pure he's got his documentary out on Netflix right now. I'm not a fan of many people. I'm not a fan of anyone because I know everyone has bad qualities and stuff like that. I have a few favorite artists. Some of my favorite artists are like Frank Ocean. I really like Lorde. I like J. Cole a lot. And Kanye's one of them too, like probably one of my favorites. He is a person that everyone told no to in his life coming up as a beat producer, and everyone saw himself as that. And he always told everyone, you have to watch this documentary. It's fucking awesome.
I think I saw a little clip of that, like of how his story about like how he got his first song produced or something like that. Yeah,
stuff like that. Like his whole life, he's been telling everyone, I'm going to make it. I'm a genius. I'm all these things. I'm going to become a billionaire. No one believed in him. And then now he has, like, anyone that have the tenacity to keep pushing and not give up on something, I have to respect that. Like, to see that in yourself, because, like, myself with this shit, I'm like, waking up tomorrow, I'm not going to do this fucking podcast anymore. I'm not going to go to school anymore. I'm not going to go to work anymore. I'm not going to live anymore. Yeah. Like, all this shit, it's like every little thing can bring doubt into you and, like, stop you from pursuing what you want. The fact that he never has, and for him to become what he, like, the mogul, the icon that he is, no one can tell him shit anymore at all. And that's the problem now. Now we get into the modern day aspect of him of
nobody telling him no, and he's just unhinged now.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the most influential people in the world. Like, he fucking starts all these trends with, like, he's literally wearing rubber boots and jeans now.
People wearing the
and I'm starting to see people wearing Delcums. Yeah, wear the Delcum Dandies or whatever, Delcum Reeboks all the time now. People are actually going out and looking like that and thinking it's high fashion now, which he's made because he started it. Yeah. It's like transitioning to that. It's kind of crazy. And he's just one of those fucking uber powerful people like Elon Musk, like the Pope, like
someone just who has so much influence on the public,
on everyone. And Instagram is banning. I kind of want to get off to go see what he's fucking ranting about and shit like that. And I can't stand behind, like I said, but everything he said, like he's done some crazy things. But at the end of the day, where he's coming from, he's a family man. He's trying to keep his family together. Yeah. He cares for his kids. He cares for all his stuff. I think his approach is fucking way off, though.
Super off. Super off.
But, I mean, him and his wife's whole life have been just in the camera.
That's another thing. Like, if he's had his whole life, like, this part in the public eye, that power, now he has, like, the whole influence aspect. It gives you a lot of power to an individual when somebody like him, you know?
The last thing I want to say on that, when you were talking about him fighting Pete, like, who would win?
Yeah.
I think that he would win just because those are his kids, and he is like the type of person that will murder someone because of his kids. Like I think it has just got to that point that if he would ever.
But my thing is, why does he? What does he think is going to happen to his kids?
I don't know.
What is he afraid of?
Just go look on his Instagram.
That's why I need an Instagram, though.
Yeah, you need to make one. That way we can tag you in it.
It's gonna be a dummy account, just so y'all send me shit.
A burner account. Kyle's gonna make a Finsta. Yeah. It's gonna be just feet pics.
Just feet pics.
Feet and meat pics. Whatever meat he's eating today.
How about that for a name? Feet and meat.
And it's literally your feet and whatever steak you're eating of that day or whatever.
That's the Feet and Meat podcast.
That's what you want. I'm not naming it that. We got to do everything barefooted.
Yeah.
No, I'm good on that. But speaking of podcasts, thank y'all for tuning back in to episode. I'm gonna go with 13. Yeah, this is definitely episode 13.
If you say so.
I'm going with that. But as far as that, man, we're on Anchor now. Check that out for sure. We're on Spotify. From now on, all future episodes will be uploaded to Spotify for audio, and because a lot of people want to hear just the audio only and stuff of it. TikTok is made. Hopefully, we're gonna pull some clips from here and upload that. I guess. Do you have kind of anything else to add to anything? It's and lane on everything.
You gotta have the ampersand.
If it's not the ampersand, if you can't put it in on something, like you can't do it on Instagram handle, just type in and lane podcast. It'll come up. Just A and D, type it all out. But on Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff, it's gonna be ampersand lane. And I don't know. Anything you said you wanted to add to it?
Nah, it's a good stopping point.
It's a good stopping point. But I don't know. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got some fancy new camera angles today. Hopefully we look good. Hopefully I sound good because I'm still recovering. Of course it's going to look good. Look who's behind the camera. Golden House Entertainment. Thank you for being back here, coming back in town, and taking away from your busy ass life of being at Disney World, being a professional vacationer, living life to come shoot us. Thank you, Kyle, as always, for joining me.
Of course.
Taking time out of your day of flooding houses, your dog's birthday, your lovely girlfriend, all these things. And thank y'all listeners for tuning in, taking time out of y'all day, whatever the hell y'all doing in y'all day for just...
Whatever it is, put it on the Land Lane podcast.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. If y'all liked what y'all see, subscribe as always. It helps us out. Hit that like button. Hit a comment button. Let us know who's winning out of Vladimir and who's winning out of Vladimir and Elon, and who's winning out of Kanye and Ski.
Or Wheels and Doors.
And Wheels and Doors as well. Let us know in the comments for sure. Thanks as always for tuning in. This has been
Kyle
and Lane.
Later,
Peace,
guys.
y'all.